There's three decisions we make, and a lot of people, usually the feedback is, I'm telling most everybody just sit up. Most people pull guard all the time, and they don't go to turtle because they're afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. It's just don't be afraid. There's information there, and then you can sit up. Sitting up is like a wrestlers, they have sit-ups, sit out positions. So in Jiu-Jitsu we can do this kind of sitting turtle kind of stuff. But it's definitely there. So if you only have one direction, it's like fighting with a jab, and you don't have hook and cross. Kind of limiting yourself. You have to be super good in jab. So stand up is part of that. So the direction of just sitting up or standing up. So we start from backwards. We move down. So you see a little bit the methodology. I would argue that you would have to teach most things backwards in sports and also in Jiu-Jitsu. So you start from the end, and then you move backwards. So it's the simplest thing, and then you build complexity, because in the beginning it's the most complex. Because the choices can be here, but I will give you the straight choice, and we move backwards. But if you're start from the beginning, that specific choice will not happen all the time. And then you have 5 choices in a sparring match, but it's really hard to teach you that. So most things like arm bars, you should teach backwards. You start from the end, then move backwards. Triangle choke, you should teach backwards, always, pretty much in the beginners. So this is not very common in Jiu-Jitsu, but you should look up to the methodologies and stuff and how people do this, and it builds totally different beasts. You have 2 different people in after an hour class, if you do it like a test in that sense. So standing up, and what's weird with stand up is like in a close guard stuff, a close guard top. Everybody mostly teaches posture up or stand up, and go up also. But nobody's stacking. And in close guard, stacking is considered like a blasphemy or something, Like, don't stack, you're in danger, blah, blah, blah. You're not. So you should have both. You should stack, because stacking kills the guard. You watch the MMA and stuff, all Jiu-Jitsu guys are killed. You meet the rest of them, They stack you. GSP Dan Hardy. GSP John Danaher student kind of stacked in the guard and kind of didn't care about what happened. So stacking has to be there, and then stand up is there. So we do this, but not that. But back escapes is different. Everybody stacks in. That's weird. So in back escapes, everybody teaches to put your back on a mat. You stack through the defense, mostly. But very few people I know that teach stand up from the back escapes, from the turtle. But in MMA, you see it again more. People stand up a lot. And they stand up with people on their back, and then some people slam and some people use the cage to lead. But stand up has to be there. So then you have both extremes, and then you can play with that. Because if you only know you can stand up and not stack, my guard will be different and it's easy to adapt. If you have both, jab cross, then it's harder we do the deal with. Well, so that's the theory. So we start from backwards and we'll see where it goes. So because there's defenses, like back, body lock, I think active turtle and turtle. So we'll see how far you go. So if you don't know me, I'm the guy that plays back forward basically all the time. That's my specialty. It's weird it's that way, but it is. I'm feeling very comfortable. I don't care about you grabbing my collar so much. And I'm trying to show people and make them question and influence that this is there. And one of the things I kind of recently thought about, what's like question your, so you would question yourself is, there's actually 6 side control positions. And most of us Jiu-Jitsu, they teach only 1. So I'm teaching all the 5, and also the 1. So what I mean by this is just to give you like, usually people are here or flat, even worse, but let's say here, you're facing them, So that's the one we're teaching, and everybody teaches. That's why I agree that he is there, I agree. But there's 5 other positions that happen in side control. Side control, top position, whatever. But it's usually like, that position, it's also there, like a bottom position, turning away, and turn. So there's 5 others. So my view is like, we have to teach them all. For you to have a complete side control game. So that's why I'm also like standing up, because I know people are stacking, so let's have a complete game. And then let's build everything between. But I'm more about extremes, so it kind of makes me stressed if I don't have borders. I can't function, so I need to go what's there, so what's the context, and now I'm calm. And otherwise just nuts. I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes, so I have to go. And then people build usually between, so I'm that guy that finds those borders. maybe I push them a little bit, but I cannot function if I don't know what I'm dealing with. Kind of stresses me out. So that's why I'm kind of extreme in those manners. Anyway, so let's start with an hierarchy. So people usually ask me about those things. So we start and stand up, and I'm gonna teach you how to get people how to escape from here. They have to lose, I have to win. Don't go, I will choke you, do it on me. Don't challenge them, and then we build up like this. Go your both sides maybe, or just one side, I don't care. Let's go. No clap. Definitely if you have a good balance and you know stuff, then they will adapt, because they will become monkeys. And you can lock down my leg, and I have been, people went to like inside Sinkaku, inside Ashi, leg locks and stuff. So if I go up, they can go down actually to attack, or come with me. And now its fun part is if I stand up, this unlocks for them a crazy part of Jiu-Jitsu that they will have to adapt to. Because if you think you're a good back attacker and you don't deal with those escapes, you're not a good back attacker, because you're not getting exposed to this. So if you're somebody that stands up, then you can adapt also here, and then back attacks gets better. You learn to squeeze better, you actually learn to put your legs better, climb up better, everything else. So it actually forces them to become really good in back attacks and attack for whole body. Anyway, so we're here at the moment. So shoulder in, and you can try also now go choke. So that's usually what happens. And then, because if they let go, I just shrug. So that if this, they can't really choke me anyway, but they can squeeze and it's unpleasant. So if you're a beginner, you might tap, but it's not a choke. But if you know what you're doing, and it's not always deadly, so you can just go, and they fall off, because now they're grabbing the pole. And if they let go this, they shrug, they can't hold on the pole. So that's very important. You can play that a little bit like this. Definitely they would choke me. I wouldn't stay here. Maybe I would, but then I tap and then I learn. Go back. So here, have this choke. It's still another choke. Go. No. Yeah, I can use my arms and stuff. It's better. So you can test that definitely, but do it like in a good manner that they actually have success and make it harder. So I want them to learn. So he's a coach. And also try this choke timing. Wait. So here, he's feeling that everything is nice. Wait, underhook. So here, because I can prevent underhook. Go choke. See that? Now they go. So I control the release. So if I'm here, I'm not doing this. So fight your hook. Go for a choke. Go for a choke. Go. So I control the timing. So it's slippery when it's no gi, but I still control it. So they still have to pull the arm out more than they have to and then go. If I'm open, they go really fast. But because I'm closed, they have to go a little bit more than they have to. And that gives me that split second time. So you can test those things. White belts, you go like, no maybe, because it's too much anyway. So you manage your own stress level. Don't do it all. Slowly build up, and there has to be a good coach. Let's go. No. My back escapes when I'm on the mat. So if I escape back, the video is in YouTube, Globetrotters in action stuff, you can watch it. There's an Iceland one when I talk too much, and there's a Zen camp one that I talk less and people say it's better. But also I take a smaller chunk. Don't criticize me talking too much. Yeah, I will never stop doing that. Yeah, because it's my expression of the art, because I have to know you know the reason why. Yeah, I'm not teaching the techniques. So, but I will also think about all the criticism anyway. So, because I don't want to like waste your time. I want to talk and then it makes sense. If I just blabber, then it doesn't. Then I waste your time. Anyway, so this is my back escapes. Go choke. There's nothing there. So hooks are out, gi is same, doesn't matter. So there's a big system here. If I give them this, and everything is worse, yeah? So that's what they want. So they want me to be flat. That's why I'm emphasizing don't be flat in side control, mount, backs, just don't be flat. So everything gets exponentially harder for you. If you want to suffer, why not? But it's not how you should start teaching jiu-jitsu right away, you know, in flat. You have super hard time. So they have to know what they want, you have to know what you want, and then fight for it. But you shouldn't give them what they want and then complain jiu-jitsu is hard. So that's kind of my view. So, and then stand-up is the same. So I don't like when jiu-jitsu is different here, different there, different there, different here. It makes it so super hard. So this is side control, top. This is half guard. This is back escapes, standing on the side. This is everything. This is running man. Side control bottom. So it's more unified that I think people know. And I'm trying to push that idea on people that it's way simpler than it makes it, you choose to make it look. So it's not techniques. No, it's actually very unified. And then it's branches of locks and submissions. That makes it more fancy, more separated. But actually, I can teach you that jiu-jitsu. It's not like, you know, one position, but it's very, very, very smaller than you think it is, because it's unifying positions everywhere. So it's easier to learn, actually. So back escapes. What you can have is right away, if they do it again. So you can have that fight. We do this also, we go lower, but right now, wait. So you're here, and they want to get both hooks in, and want to have our seatbelt. So you give them stuff, go. So they want this, go hooks, and they want this. So you learn, so that's the test. You learn to not give them that, and right away this, yes, right away avoid that. See, go hook, and you right away have that. So go ahead, so you can this, jump on my back. So they want everything, I give them nothing, yeah? And take from them everything. Spartan rules, yeah? Go. Right away, nothing's there. And now so I feel it behind. I don't know why my eye's there, but it's felt how he jumps and hooks and just go right away there. So this is long hook, this can become shorter, right away fighting, and now everything happens. I may also fall over, but then I fall over to the right position. I might fall over here, somebody big my size, we go like, oh shit, shit, shit. Then I'm back here, yeah? Then from here, I will stand up if I want. If that's a necessary option, I have to take. So because there's benefits there. Because I gain more gravity, yeah? Understand? They're hanging on to me. Nothing changes in gravity, but you know, I gain more. So it's very hard for them to hold on longer. So do the first thing, do this, maybe jump on them. So go here, right away here, right away other. So have the reflexes down, the good position. Then we go slow. We go in backwards to the mat. Let's go. Maybe if you, I say it, maybe I failed because it's the last class something I didn't do. So we'll see if I fix myself. But there's actually two ways to get out. But similar, kind of like that. Again, kind of mimicking each other. Defense, defense. And Alexander Newfang did a side shot defense, yeah? He pushed the shoulder in, they're rolling over. And Chris did those things. So that's the system. It's escaping chokes is a spiral. Grip is usually like this. So you go like a screw up and screw down. So you can go in stuff, or you can go out stuff. You can go in stuff, you can go out stuff. That's the system. So it works everywhere. So, so different bits and pieces. But for me, it helps. It's a system. Like I can explain it, I can pass it on. But you can escape. You can escape harnesses two ways. Because right now we're turning in. Yeah, it's actually the harder way because they have to overcome this shoulder position. Because if you want to turn around, it gets stuck. I can yank it. I can pull it back. But if you see wrestlers like, let's say, Cejudo, they have a clip in internet, turn around the other way, yes. I can't control the shoulders. So this side I'm controlling like a pole more. Because I need to stop this for them to turn it, yeah? So also seat belts are escaped. I think Chris showed it against the back triangle, somebody asked. Turning slowly. I can't control it, yeah? Now it's about how to get it out. So you can go out, depends on angle, where the problem happens. If the angle is here, it makes sense to turn in. If the angle is here, I go away. So later it's a jab, cross game, you have to go. I have to fake, go, fake, and go again. So it's like a play later. So now let's go almost standing up, and let's see how it happens actually. More regard. So I can stand up, so seatbelt, hook in, yes. So right now I'm here, and now arm, so this is, try to put hook, go. Nothing happens, yeah? And now also because I want nothing to happen, I need this, and there's a string, yeah? Guitar string, there, bum, bum, yeah? I do this, see that? Now the elbow is on my side, and there's no place to put the hook. Here, they might have, go, back. So if I do this, go, it becomes like a turtle idea that I usually use elbows out, and I control this. And now, because it's tilted, choke, nothing's there, they're leaning over. And now if I want, I go up, I'm here, I'm strong, now I switch my arms like we did previously. Now I sit up, we stand up, hooks, 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 and now we're out. Okay? So, and this all came with a lot of suffering, yeah? Because this is me escaping and failing, I don't know how many times, and finally it's a structure. So, welcome to the suffering. It's because you have to do this all. So, hooks, yes. And they made lock their legs differently because they learned to have different hooks, even behind this, go, yes, like this, or the other leg. Even some longer guys, they do this. This is all awesome, yeah? You learn to use different hooks to control, not always hooks inside is important. Go back. So that's why I need this. I get this right away. It's not like from here. I already go top, I have this. And now all hooks are weird for him. Even with longer legs, I don't mind those hooks. They don't work so much. And he's leaning back and he can't let go because he's falling. And you have to know also what to do with his arm because I don't want him to fall on my elbow. But if it's a post, nice, they fall usually past. And now I go up. Always, looking in the chokes and stuff. Balance, change. And now I'm managing this. And now it's a fight. Sometimes they're stubborn. I have to wait 20 seconds because they're like, no. And then finally you see like they're adjusting, and then they're falling forward. And then they become smarter. It's not that easy in the end because good guys will adapt. They attack differently, attack the legs. The monkeys climb more up even. So that's an interesting game. I don't know it all. I can give it that foundation, how I do it, how I escape. But this opens up very nice part of Jiu-Jitsu that will be hidden without those escapes. And it happens definitely more in lightweights. Yeah, there are more monkeys. And so you have seen also, I think, fights in a guard. They stand up, you're in guard, and they go behind them during the stand. Imagine when was the first time you taught that technique, or ever. That part of Jiu-Jitsu is not taught so much. And done only by talented people in competition mostly. So it can be taught. So there's a way in a madness. Method in a madness. So think about this, grabbing the top, not the knee, top. Elbow, so that's a tripod. Active turtle. You go here, change, same place, and that's it, go. Because you grab the elbow because you can't grab the knee because it's so far away. That means top guard, you have to give them the knee. Then leads to the question, why I give him the knee? Yeah, that's not realistic. Then I say, just do it. And then I will say, like, I'll get the knee from the ground up already. I'm standing up with the knee from the ground. I can also get the knee later, because I will stand up with this and they have hooks in and I'm messing with here, it's more dangerous. But for you, how it actually works. We go active turtle, we don't go back escapes, because otherwise I lose you more. Because I can teach it like longer, but I don't strip it. So, see, same position. And this is also same position, like in stand-up, you understand? Now we stand up, yeah? Do this, clear the hooks. If hooks are out, we have the running manish, like a side, like a half turtle position. And then we do this. Everything's the same. I can also grab this and go stack and then turn around. Everything kind of works a little bit similarly, but different weight-wise, where it's falling. So it usually happens like this. I go up. I do this a lot in fight. So they usually try to, I can go up only if they don't pull me down. If they're really forcing me there, wait, then I put my back on the mat and everything. But if I have actually a good position, it's actually quite hard to pull me down. And if they can't do it, and also in my weight, they usually come after me. So, and they actually push me up because they want to come after me because they can't pull me down. And now we're here. See, I have the knee already. If they're behind me, they're usually hanging on. They can fall over earlier also, but if they do everything right, they're hanging here. Now we're back to the same thing. And I can just stand here. I can just wait when they adjust a little bit. And definitely I'm afraid that if they're a better wrestler, they can go like pump, pump, body locks, still throws, they can adapt. It's still all there. I'm not saying I'm out. But start with a simple complexity. And then they start to adapt and do this and that. But if I control the exchange of the grips, I control the time. So if I have this controlled, I feel they want a body lock, I can intercept something. So it's still a fight. It will get complex very soon if you practice that on your own gym. So you're not going to do it today. But it's fun to play with those things. So anyway, this is how it happens. So we'll see how far back we go. But your job is here. You reach, even if you have to wrong, pull them here, make that click. This is your starting position, already perfect. Now it makes sense to stand up. Without that knee, don't stand up. Yeah? Right now we get it. So then the question how to get it, we go more down. But also back escapes and stuff, see what I do is not today's class. You just have to trust me, and there's evidence I can do it myself, so you have to sometimes take my word for it, that we get here also. And it's not a hard way to go, very hard to get there. So anyway, do it more, grab the knee, that's not bad, not today. And a specific position is important. I grab the top, or I grab the behind. I don't go below the shin, below the knee. It's like push or pull, the same position. It's important also. Let's go. Alignment and everything else. If somebody is bigger, somebody asks, somebody is bigger, don't stand up. It's hard, it's a life. If I'm bigger and I have a good jab and you're smaller, you're not going to jab at me. You're going to use more bob and weave and hooks, overhands. That's just life. If you're equal, you have equal. If you're smaller, you play more guard against big guys. That's just life. Yeah? So if you're smaller and they're bigger, you tend to not stand up that much, but find ways more to guard. You're smaller. So first think about jiu-jitsu against yourself, like your own size, and don't imagine you can beat bigger guys. That's a false, because they have to be way worse than you to beat them up. If they're actually as good as you and bigger, 10 kilogram muscle, you will lose. Statistics is on their side. That's why heavyweights were bad. We're not that high level in jiu-jitsu. We saw smaller people, winning. And now we have Buchecha. And we don't see smaller guys anymore winning bigger guys so much because the heavyweights are gone actually very good. And they're spinning and doing a little bit like, smaller guys doing. So the sport level is different. And so that's reality. I can't really fix that. So all this self-defense thing against bigger people works only when you're, way knowledgeable than them. And because if there would be a small guy jiu-jitsu, every big guy will learn that and still beat you up. So that's the logical fallacy there. So anyway, so there was also a question about the choke. So I'll show you what I mean. So it's on video. So choke, back attack, back attack, back attack, back attack. Yes. There was a question. What if they change the choke? So, no, other way, other choke. Here, top, and now like a gi. Do a gi choke. Yes, and now they go here. So, first of all, this is again stand up. So, this choke is gone. If I do this, there's nothing there. If I do something, do something stupid, it can happen. Go back. So if they want to change to choke, go. Change. Go. That was 5 seconds of escaping time. What do you need? Nothing, yeah? So I know where it happens. Go. Change. Go. You have a boxing shoulder. And now this is escape already. They're not controlling me. Everything is free. There's no hook, there's no shoulder control, I just roll over. So it's all there in that sense. Back system, this and that. Anyway. And also the question was, nice question, that if I pull the knee from the active turtle position and they fall off right away, I can't stand up. That's like, congratulations, universe aligned for you, and the escape happened earlier. So, but this is exception. When they're not so good, when they're falling over, they're learning to just back attacks because it's weird to follow those people when they stand up. So you have lucky chap, lucky break. But I have to know that you can go up. If they do everything right, then escape there. And if anything, in a way, they fall off, that's a lucky day. But I'm not going to teach you lucky day. Yeah, I'm going to teach you what will happen against a good guy in there, and the fight happens usually there. And then we can go like Dennis asked, what if both hooks are in? Bigger problem already. I still would stand up and stuff. And then also, I can just show you a little bit about chokes. Just a random thing I think many of you want to try, and you will fail miserably. Take the gi here. Yes, understand. So the gi is the same. Anyway, if this is out, there's no gi chokes, you understand? Yeah? So, go back. They want this side. And now this is very hard, yeah? All their body weight is yanking, and they go, and you go, ah, shit. So, if they have both hooks in, I sometimes let it happen. You have to know which hook is important. They're both are not equal. If I get both out, I can flip them over, but if I clear one, and under pressure, it's super hard at first. Because if you take this out, nothing happens, you're still getting choked. So, if the choke is here, you take that out, and they fall the wrong side. So they usually in a fight, they always want to fight this way. So I have to push this back a lot, choke, and still fall back. So you can try, but if they get it very early, then we have to go on the mat, roll, and everything else. It's a plan BC happening after that, because they got what they wanted. So my thing is, even if they got a gi, get the gi? Yes. So this has to push down, so that doesn't allow them to go body weight there. Already body weight is here. Me clearing this does all this, what I said. I don't want them to have body weight there. But the gi choke is very dangerous. So if they go there, this is already, I can mess with that, go choke. Because that hook becomes dangerous. A little bit on, but I still get out. So, so that's the trick for this plan DCD. Very fun to train. So, so try this choke thing. Understand also with the gi why this is more important than that hook. It actually very much matters. But don't try what I did. It's gonna, you fall, your knees are weird. You have to know what's happening. You can hurt yourself. So more higher belts maybe. Okay? Let's go. Just end up doing the back thing all over again. If I would start from the bottom, yeah, from even turtle, we will rarely get there. Because there will be like 5 positions, and then the top one will be the most important, how to survive here, and we will get there maybe 3 times during the class. But now if you move backwards, you will end up doing the most important thing the most. And you get a little bit bored, but then you add another lower stuff. It's always getting more stuff, and you understand the complexity, where this stance coming from. You understand how it's built, why it's built. So it's very, very important. So you move backwards. I guess you can do forward also, but it's, I don't know, so many things in Jiu-Jitsu you can do backwards. Even passing. I would do knee slide pass from the end. The ending, side control ending more backwards than toe, like ankle in, go ahead, or go back. I would never start from the beginning. That's one of the hardest things to do. Because the beginning is like a knee slide, kick back, leg lead, jab, cross, hook. So why do you teach them specifics? It's a game there. It's a timing game. So you start from the end, and you build up complexity and chaos. It makes way more sense. People are way better at knee slide than end. So look it up, discuss about it, have your opinion about it. Anyway, so now let's do a turtle, a little bit differently. So, and we have this there behind. Usually it happens, they're there. And so they can, now, what I cannot to teach you, there's a two seat belts happening. If I control this, yeah, they only take what's left. And with hook, go, take that with hook. And if that happens, they're falling off themselves. I still have to protect the choke because that's the choking side. And if I control the bottom leg, the choke is gone. It's kind of like I can tease you. I'm not going to teach you that, but this is what I do with Lizzie when she tries to choke me. Go, slowly. Take the choke. So he takes the, wait, other way. Oh, sorry, my bad. So harness, okay, take the seat, take the also choke, my bad. Take the choke, key choke. Yeah, so if I control this, go for it slowly, key choke. If I control this bottom leg, and they can't attach it to me, they slide off. It's a tricky thing to do, it's a tiny thing, but it's just, they fall like from the pipe. Boom, they're just on a mat. So they have to get better, they adapt and everything else. So it's still possible, but they have to know that this leg has to get crossed. Like in a bow and arrow, cross the body, yeah? And then you attack. So there's different things here. I can't go there because there's not enough time. So I have to teach you this, that I make a mistake here, and they get a good harness. No, not this hook, not this hook. Harness, seatbelt, yes, and the hook. So then this seatbelt happens. Go back. But if I'm doing my turtle right around the knees, fight a little bit, so I'm usually here, very protected. So it's very, very hard to get this because I'm cycling also. And the angle for underhook is very bad. If they go that side more, I will switch the angles. I will have sit-ups. And then I'm pulling guard. So it's a little bit like a wrestling match there. Kind of fun to teach. So today I'm going to teach you I made a mistake. They got a good seatbelt. But I won't give you them that hook. So hook. That's the turtle. Super hard to get. And now I need this. Also I can go here. Try to get a hook. I get this later. So I can have exceptions. I stand up, do this, do this, do this, but not opening that. So I can, there's a more gray area because they adapt and become harder partner. Yeah, so you can start from here, behind, seatbelt, give them that, control the grips, look into chokes. Usually that comes in, I don't care, and then you stand up. And also try this, and then getting this later. So this was gray area. Let's go from there. Let's go. Last couple of minutes. There is a very good, very old turtle video in Globetrotters in Action. I think the DVD is more comprehensive, but you can start there. So active turtle is coming. I think in a month or whatever in Fanatics. Well, I talk about that. We'll see how good job I did. I usually don't watch my DVDs. I'm very anxious. So people give me feedback, you know, and stuff, but I can't watch it myself, so it's kind of weird. But we explained the active turtle there also, the back escapes and standing up and stuff. So this is like a information I haven't seen so much anywhere else, but people do it all the time. So I'm mimicking reality and trying to figure it out, so to speak, make sense of it. But if somebody can point to the instructional that actually teaches how to defend somebody on my back when I'm standing up, I haven't seen one. Yeah? There's random clips here and there. So I'm trying to add that to the jiu-jitsu so we can be better. Anyway. So how it happens, the turtle, let's say turtle side turtle right here. So if they're behind my leg more, so I may go up here. Yeah, that's active turtle. I can push a little bit, I can run, they can start to take my back, I can pull guard, I can gramby, I can spin under here, but this is how it usually happens. So if they're sideways more, side turtle, I may get here, my leg, now it's a side kind of active turtle, but if they're more behind me on my legs, so then right away because I can lift my head all the time when they're on my back, more behind me. I don't have to put my head on the mat so much. If they're behind, lift your head, go panda, active. If they're pressuring the head, then you can stay in a turtle 0 point and have fun. So you have to also know the turtle. It started with a very basic position, but now we have a panda from there, like a wrestling sit-out. That's what wrestlers do from the referee position. They go sit out, they use pandas and stuff. We have both worlds, guard and top. They have only like sit-outs and grambies and stuff. So it's all inspired by what we see also in wrestling. And then that's about it. If you like defense, my YouTube channel is basically, defense oriented. I don't think there's any attacking clips there right now. It's all pretty much how to defend kind of stuff and how to think about defense late, early stages. So, what? Yes. And so you can try that. So I'm more defensive guy. So any questions last couple of days about we're here? So try to bug me. I see what I can do, but my time is also limited because those things are harder to teach because we run into problems. Somebody like here, you have actually a very hard time to stand up like somebody on your back and you feel like all their weight is going to their arm. But I'm going to have to teach you another hour that it's not actually that because you're getting up and you're standing up differently. But it will take me more time. So I wanted to do the body lock, but I was deciding in a halfway, there's no time, so I went to the back escapes fully, and I went like down, so I think it was a better class in that sense. So I hope I inspired you a little bit to think about that's also direction you can go, also in back escapes and stuff. So it's not only like putting your back on a mat, so definitely information is there, look it up. And then try it, definitely with lesser weight people than you at first. Lizzie is 60 kilos. 58, so I train my choke defense on her because she can't hurt me because I can just toss her around, you know, just to escape, but I won't do that, but I know their mass is not there to hurt me. So I can experiment with weird angles, get away with that, so feel safe. And then I build up the weight class. So definitely take this also because nobody wants this, that you go up, same weight, and you go like both down. So that's going to be like that. So definitely be cautious. So thank you, no pictures, and enjoy.